all set to do a vlog today about Night of the Living Dead and its influence and impact on my life, and about the Night of the Living Dead mod I'm trying to make for the Minecraft game. But something else has come up that I feel is absolutely imperative for me to talk about because of how much it makes me sick to my stomach. As some of you may or may not be aware, I have recently voiced my opinion of Gamergate and my support of Gamergate. And ultimately at this point, I think I have to do a lot more to bring exposure to their causes and what they're doing. Let me start from the very beginning. A few years back, I had not even heard of this until the YouTuber Angry Joe did his top game controversies of, I'm not exactly sure what year it was probably 2013, and he talked briefly about the creator of Tropes versus Women in Video Games, creator Anita Sarkeesian, and like what I saw and heard in his video was the only thing that I knew about it for a very long time, about how she was being harassed after making this YouTube video series. And while I have never agreed with her opinions that she has expressed in her videos and her blogging and whatever else, I do not agree with her. I also do not agree that it was right for people to harass her and threaten her and sexually harass her because of her viewpoints. That's what I thought at that time, and I still feel that way about people. I don't believe that you should be harassed or threatened or intimidated because of your viewpoints. However, if you are not willing, if you are being harassed, if you claim you're being harassed because of your viewpoints, and someone tries to debate with you in a non-harassing manner, you can call that harassment, which is what I found out is mostly what she does. Yes, there are a few people out there who have threatened her, which is terrible, but you know what? When you do anything that involves the internet or just media in general, there's always going to be a lone nut out there who's going to have a problem with you and do that kind of crap. I had it happen to me constantly whenever I was the moderator of Fangoria's forum. Whenever I was the moderator over there were quite a few people who took issue with me and threatened physical violence against me and tried to track down my home address and called my house on a couple of occasions, wrote very disgusting and disturbing things about me and about my family, which really pissed me off to the core. But I never, came out and tried to, fuel their bull crap with making a big deal out of it. And I also did not want to bring any kind of crap to Fangoria because they were nice enough to let me be their moderator. So I was going to not rock the boat and keep the peace, so to speak. Now that I'm no longer involved with them, I will say to all those people out there who, flamed me and trolled me, you know what, you're entitled to your opinion, and, I respect that, and you should have the right to say whatever you want to, except for threatening people, first of all. But to all those trolls out there who fucked with me, I don't give a crap. I really do not give a crap about what you have to think. I do what I do. And, what you say is, takes me off a little bit. But, over the years, I've learned to give a crap about that kind of crap less because it happens no matter what you try to do. Now, the problem with Tropes versus Women in Video Games and their creators and friends is that they do not know the difference between debate and harassment. People have tried to debate with them or point out an opposing view to them, and those people who try to do that are instantly labeled as Nazis or misogynist or anything else, and fascism and so forth. That's not what they're doing. They have an opposing viewpoint, and if you're going to put your political beliefs out there, if you're not going to be willing to deal with people trying to debate you intelligently, you are all the things that you claim to be setting out against. you are the fascists, and you're trying to change people's minds about things. Well, that's all the people on the other side are trying to do too, and they're trying to do it in a respectful manner, and you are acting just as bad as the trolls that you claim harass you. And as far as that harassment goes, with all the things that I've seen and all the articles I've read, I believe that 99.9% of the harassment that Anita Sarkeesian and her ilk have claimed are happening is purely bull. And I believe a great deal of it is also made up to promote their cause and to promote their opinions and to make themselves more famous. They're using all this to promote their own careers. They love the controversy. They love the people attacking them because then they can act like victims. First of all, very few people are attacking you. People trying to debate with you is not attacking you. What happened at the recent Calgary Expo with an organization of pro-Gamergate members being banned from the expo because the night before there had been a panel which they had debated over things like feminism and Gamergate and things like that, and they did it in a respectful manner. After they did that, the anti-Gamergate people got them thrown out of the convention, even though they had done absolutely nothing wrong. Those people, Honey Badger Brigade, I believe is what they're called, had some kind of funding thing up to be able to hire a lawyer to fight for them, and they reached that goal. I was actually going to do a video about how you should go support that, but they reached their goal like right around the same time that I discovered it, so I was like, okay, they reached their goal, so good for them. They really need this legal representation to fight this fascism of and yeah, I have no problem calling it fascism, of the anti-Gamergate people and the lengths that they will go to not allow other people's voices to be heard. That is what fascism is, and that's what you're doing, Anita Sarkeesian. That's what you're doing, Tropes versus Women in Video Games. That's what you are doing, anti-Gamergaters. If you cannot peacefully, rationally, and intelligently carry on a debate with people who have an opposing viewpoint for yours, I don't give a crap about your opinion anymore, okay? I do not give a crap about your opinion if you are trying to harass other people because they're posting their viewpoints. You are everything that you think is wrong in media, in journalism, in our country, in our world. You are what you hate. Now, all of that being said, the original reason why I had to do this video today was because one of the people involved in the creation of Tropes versus Women in Video Games, a gentleman by the name of Jonathan McIntosh, I believe is how that's pronounced, recently tweeted on Twitter the following: rather than taking the time to Photoshop my picture into 9/11 images, gamer reactionaries could just use the real one. And below that he has a picture of what appears to be him during the 9/11 attacks, pointing towards the Twin Towers. Whether or not this is real, I do not know, but given all the other things that the anti-Gamergaters and Tropes versus Women in Video Games have lied about, I don't know if this guy was actually there. If he was, okay. If he wasn't, well, I wouldn't be surprised because of the lies that these people have told on numerous occasions. However, this is my problem with all of this. You are using 9/11 to promote your own career. As you may know, the Gamergaters are getting a lot more people on their side because people are actually researching what has been going on and seeing how the anti-Gamergaters are full of crap. Because people are actually looking into this and finding out that you're lying about things and seeing that the people that you claim are harassing you are actually just people with a different viewpoint. They're not sending you rape threats. Admittedly, there are a few people out there who are doing that, but those people are by far in the minority, okay? Very few. And like I said, if you're not you're going to be harassed no matter what kind of viewpoint you put out there. Okay, you could be doing a blog that, has cookie recipes on it, and eventually someone's going to take issue with you and want to start crap with you because that's what trolls get off on, okay? That's how, the entire world works, for that matter. Grow up, anti-gamergaters. Grow the hell up. But back to what I was saying. You know, the anti-gamergaters are losing the war, and it has gotten to the point where they're actually going out of their way to try to get people to harass them. And that's what this is. This guy posting this 9/11 picture. These guys are losing, you know, the momentum they had. They're losing the popularity they had. And all these people are doing is trying to promote their own careers, trying to make themselves important, and trying to make themselves money. That's what these anti-gamergaters are doing. That is what Anita Sarkeesian is doing. You are not some kind of political saint or activist. You are a freaking journalist who is trying to get rich, or a supposed journalist who is trying to get rich. And that's my opinion of all of Tropes versus Women in video games. You are just opportunists who are trying to promote your own careers. And the fact that this guy would use 9/11 to try to promote his own career, screw you. Screw you. You are spitting on the graves of all the firefighters and police officers and civilians and innocent people who were killed on that day, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You make me sick, Jonathan McIntosh. You make me sick to my very core. Screw you. The fact that you would try to use this tragedy to promote your own goddamn career because people aren't paying attention to you anymore, because everyone knows that you're full of crap. You are full of crap. You disgust me that you would use this. You would use this to try to further your own career. You make me sick. You make me disgusted. And while I believe in freedom of speech, and you have every right to post something like that, and there are people who have died, who have fought for your right to post something that disgusting, that offensive. You offend me to my very core, Jonathan McIntosh. You make me sick. Now, all of that being said, all you people out there who follow me, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the anti-gamergaters now? How do you feel about Gamergate now? You know, if you don't have an opinion one way or the other at this point, you really need to go out there and search for the information. It's very easy to find anymore, and get your own opinion on all these things. Okay? And don't be afraid to have an opposing viewpoint to what someone else thinks. If you have an opposing viewpoint to what I think, debate me on it, and do it in a rational, logical, and above all, respectful and dignified manner. Jonathan McIntosh, Tropes versus Women in Video Games, you are not respectful. You are not rational. You are not logical. You are fascists. You are fascists and opportunists. You are the TMZ of the political world, okay? Of the feminist world. There are lots of good feminists out there, and there are lots of liberals, good liberals out there. What you people are fascists. You are a fascist and an opportunist. You are disgusting. You are disgusting. You have spit on my country, which I love so much. And you've spit on all these good people who were tragically taken away from us. And you're spitting on their families. And you're spitting by all the people who were hurt by this and who will never get back, on the children of people who died in that attack, the wives, the husbands, the parents who died in that attack. That's disgusting. That is so disgusting that you would do something like this. I don't from here on out, I don't even care what your opinions are. Well, I didn't in the first place, you know what, to be honest with you. I would have, like, listened to some of your points and some of your beliefs, and maybe even agreed with some of them, to be honest. But seeing you do this, and now realizing what you are and what a horrible person you are a million times worse than the people that you claim are harassing you, that you mostly make up. You know, I am just overwhelmed by this. How insensitive and disgusting you are. You're using it to try to get into a fight. You're trying to instigate a fight. Well, I guess in that regard, you kind of would this one, because you know what, you got me to react, and the way I'm going to react is I am going to promote Gamergate, promote the people in Gamergate as much as humanly possible. I want the whole world to see why they oppose you and the things you believe and the methods that you go through, the completely unethical things you do. You are completely unethical. You really make me sick, man. You really do. And I hope, you know, all of you out there who are listening to this, I hope you're offended too. And I hope you're outraged. And I hope maybe your eyes are open and you've learned a little bit of something today. And you've learned that, you know, maybe these Gamergaters are not, you know, a bunch of misogynistic jerk-offs. That maybe they are rational people who are just calling some irrational people on their bullcrap. That's what this is. So, tropes versus women in video games. You can officially go to hell. Okay? Go to hell. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully calmed down. Hopefully talking about something fun on my video game show, where, you know, the whole reason I did it was so I could start, you know, talking about things that are fun. That's what games are supposed to be, but you just keep pushing me back into the politics, you jerk-offs. You just keep pushing me into ticking me off and offending me. Go to hell. See you next time in the bunker, listeners. See you next time in the bunker.
Stronger. You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid. That's all I'm taking from you. Get back here, you fool!